out in the country, out across the land, my father worked the plow with his farmer hands. The work was hard and true, pulling up the stones in the green, green valleys I call home. Way out on the fields, way up in the sky, there are little songbirds singing as they fly. I often catch their songs coming from the great unknown to the green, green valleys of my home. In the green, green valleys of my home. In the green, green valleys of my home. I could leave this world behind and never feel alone. In the green, green valleys of my home. The house my grandpa built sits up on the hill. My grandma cut wildflowers, set them on a sill. I often catch their fragrance, 'cause on the breeze it roams round the green, green valleys of my home. In the green, green valleys of my home. In the green, green valleys of my home. No matter where I roam, the sweetest peace I've known is in the green, green valleys of my home. So when I'm good and gone, you can rest assured there'll be no more pain, only light, true and pure. And I will meet them all the loved ones who've gone on to the green, green valleys of my home. Want to sing with me? In the green, green valleys of my home. That's it. The green, green valleys of my home. No matter where I roam, the sweetest peace I've known is in the green, green valleys of my home. Yeah, when I'm good and gone, you can rest my bones in the green, green valleys of my home. Thanks for helping me out on that. All right, let me think here. What do I want to play? Let's do this. So in October, I was almost arrested. I was almost arrested in a cemetery. I was down in Texas. I had to go visit Towns Van Zant's grave again. I was going to sing a song that I wrote in that cemetery and for Towns. The security's gotten better since I was there last. The sheriff showed up, and Catherine and I were driving through on our way to Kansas, and she's like, "Hey, we should go say hi to Towns Van Zandt." I was like, "Yes, that's why you're on the road with me." And go on these little road trips. So we went up to Dido. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but it's kind of outside of Fort Worth. It's like northwest of Fort Worth, and the city is growing further up that way. I think that's what's happened is security's gotten a lot better up there. And it didn't take very long before we started probably in the first verse, and pulls up, spotlights us. We're just standing there with our instruments. He goes, "You here for Towns?" It's like, well, yes. He goes, "No, can't do it. Sorry. I gotta leave." I was like, "Okay, we'll pack up our instruments." And he pulled away and left. I was like, "We're finishing this song. We're gonna finish it." So we finished it. We sang this song, little "Ghost of Towns." When I wrote it, I was in my minivan. I just got done playing in Dallas, and it was about midnight. I rolled out there by myself in my little minivan. Had a minivan, a guitar, and a bottle of wine. I had nowhere else to go. So I wrote this song, and I fell asleep in the cemetery. No one bothered me. I saw the ghost of Towns. He was up and walking round. Sure, his bones were deep down in the ground. But old Towns, he was up walking round. And he sang to me a sweet lullaby, soft as the morning dove sigh, to the tune of "To Lives to Fly." He sang to me a sweet lullaby. He was singing "To lives to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and sleep out of your eyes." It smelled like smoke and gasoline from all the hard highways he had seen. But he found, what did he do? What did Towns do? Ran that road down into a dream. That's what he did. Smelled like smoke and gasoline. He turned a grain of sand into a pearl. You know, just like me, he had a little girl. Oh, and 2 sons to come into this world. Just like that, you turn the grain to a pearl. You're singing "To lives to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and sleep out of your eyes." Had a desert heart and a columbine soul. Eyes so dark, make your blood run cold. Well, polish another one off, let's go. Where we're headed, man, I don't know. So I saw the ghost of Towns. He was up and walking round. Sure, his bones are deep down in that ground. Old Towns, man, he was up walking round. He was singing "To lives to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and sleep out of your eyes. To lives to fly, Shake the dust off of your wings, the sleep out of your eyes. Shake the dust off of your wings, the tears out of your eyes. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, last time I was here, I tried to play this song and I forgot all the lyrics. So I'm going to try and redeem myself in front of the redemption man himself. This is a song I wrote after coming back from Africa. And we spent about 6 weeks there going on safaris. Safaris as in just riding in the back of a vehicle in Serengeti, just trying to hold on, you know. Again, I almost got arrested there too. They wouldn't let me leave the park because I got out of the vehicle and they're not supposed to do that evidently. My brother-in-law and I both got out, so we were the ones. They stopped our whole caravan. It's like, we have 2 people on camera outside of the vehicle. You must stay here. And basically they were contacting the government. They were going to let us leave because I wanted to see the wildebeest closer. I wasn't really close at all. It was actually, it was during the wildebeest migration, so it was insanely cool. There were like thousands of wildebeest crossing the river, and I was just trying to get a better look. And there were other people. It's just in our group, it was just 2 of us. And they said, "You must pay." And we're like, "Oh no, how much?" It was $20. I was like, "Okay, here you go." But part of this whole experience was just mind-boggling and beautiful, and I loved the whole experience. And this is a song that I wrote on the flight outside of Dar es Salaam, and we were going across northern Africa in the middle of the night flying home. Because during the time there, I was just afraid I was going to get eaten by a lion. There were lions outside our tent. You could hear their breathing 2 feet from our face. And we're just like, don't move. So, and then I'd wake up the next morning and I came out of the tent and the guards were there with their rifles. They go, "No, lions." And I looked down about 10 meters down. They were a pride of lions around to kill. It's like, I just want my coffee. Can I? No. And then my father-in-law had the audacity, "Have you written any songs?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm on a safari with you." I was just taking it all in. It was a beautiful experience and intense. And we spent a week with the Hadza tribe, which is the oldest tribe in the world. And we were making arrows with our bare feet and just going into the bush. They're kind of like the Maasai, but they're even more Aboriginal. They are hunters and gatherers. They don't have cattle and things like that. So I got to go with them every day and learn their ways. They were climbing trees, the baobab trees, with collecting honey, and they drop honeycombs down to me as they're smoking out these killer bees. And I'm allergic to bees, but I was like, I got to be here for this. So I had this really intense experience, and I could not write very much while I was there, but as I was flying out, I was looking down across the northern Africa. I was noticing the Mesopotamia, and could see the Mediterranean as we got further north, and I saw the Nile River just glimmering like diamonds. It was beautiful. So I started this song on the flight home. I've seen the Serengeti and the Grand Canyon burn. I've walked 1,000 woods, and the only thing I learned about beauty and truth is with all the beauty in this world just reminded me of you. All the beauty in this world reminded me of you. And I've seen the Nile River from a plane late at night. It looked like a diamond necklace. It was such a pretty sight. It was such a pretty sight. Lights of gold and blue, like it stretched across the desert, and it reminded me of you. It was like a diamond necklace, and it reminded me of you. I know that I seem restless. I've always been this way. The moment I'm not restless, I got nothing left to say. Nothing left to say, standing like a block of stone. And I'd understand if in the end I wind up all alone. I'd understand if in the end I wind up all alone. In the morning I saw Athens shining from above. I thought about the Parthenon and the ruins of love. I thought about Greek myths, and I thought about my youth, and I thought about each dream I've lost searching for the truth. I thought about Greek myths, and I thought about you. I thought about each dream I've lost searching for the truth. So I've seen the Serengeti and the Grand Canyon burn. I've walked 1,000 woods, and the only thing I've learned, yeah, the only thing I've learned about beauty and truth is that everything that's beautiful reminds me of you. Yeah, all the beauty in this world just reminded me of you. Of all of you. Thank you, thank you. All right. When the undertaker comes to town, the working man can be found. Brothers turn their lanterns down when the undertaker comes to town. When the emerald leaves will turn to brown, the fiddle plays another round, the fox will dance before the hound. step away, the in-between will have it say, the undertaker comes today. Shovel to the frozen ground, from the dove a mournful sound, the silver tears will soon abound when the undertaker comes to town. So who'll sing, who'll say the blessed word, who'll stand upon the mound, say the blessed words aloud, who'll sing this song into the ground, the undertaker's come to town. When the undertaker comes to town, no working man can be found. Mothers turn their lanterns down when the undertaker comes to town. Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's a newish song. Newish.
They give out awards for guitar playing like that.
They give out awards. Oh man. I remember, when I first started playing guitar, if they would have told me they were giving me any awards for this, I was self-taught. I was 19 years old in college, and had no idea that I was going to leave art school and do this. I wanted to just be a professor of art, and then I could not stop driving across the country just to go backpacking. And my art professor said, with all the music and the traveling, you might want to think about doing that for a living. And didn't take him seriously, but soon after I became obsessed with playing the guitar. But I still feel like a little bit like a fish out of the water when it comes to music. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but when I'm standing backstage at the Memphis, at the Blues Challenge, we're playing the Orpheum Theater, which is one of these the most beautiful theater in Memphis. And it was one of my bucket list places because Eric Taylor told me about this story about he was going to see his friend Odetta, who he was with Townes Van Zandt in West Memphis playing the 8-Ball Lounge while she was playing the Orpheum. And they were going to sneak in and find their friend Odetta. And I got to share the stage with Odetta at Kent State Folk Festival. So I told him, oh yeah, I played a show with, he goes, you know Odetta? He called her. I'm like, that's crazy. But he was telling me the story about he and Townes and a prostitute from West Memphis. They tried to sneak in to the Orpheum and they got arrested. And I'm thinking, man, I just want to play the Orpheum. I think that's probably my path rather than the 8-Ball Lounge. But Orpheum and Byron's, those are the two places. But so I was standing there in the wings with all the bands and all the players, and there's amazing talent. And amazing guitar players that play flashy blues, really amazing stuff. And so I'm just sitting there waiting. Okay, you can skip the instrumentalist awards. I'm not going to get it. And they called my name, and I didn't hear it. I was like, no, that's not me. And everyone started shoving me out on stage. And so I felt like that was one of those moments where you go, okay, 30 years of just woodshedding on the guitar. It was quite a cool feeling to finally get an award for that. This is one of those songs that is not real flashy on the guitar, but I play it in bars and public libraries and schools. It's one of my kids' songs. Somebody asked for. You guys know Treehouse? All right. I played it last night too at the Ingersoll. Somebody asked for it there too. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But it's really easy to learn if you haven't heard it. In Sioux City, they play it. Our friend Rick Borg, before he passed, he made that song famous at the farmers markets in Sioux City. And so when I was playing with the King of Tramps over there in Sioux City, it was like midnight at a bar. And somebody shouted, "Play Treehouse." And I'm like, what the hell? How do you know that song? And everyone started singing it with me. And quite a trippy experience. The kindergartners I work with were a little more behaved, actually.
It's kind of like sixth grader knowing Minnesota. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, this is really easy. I didn't have a tree house when I was growing up. I had a tree in the backyard, and it was straight up and down, went like this. Like that. I do this for the kids. They all laugh. And then way up high, there was a branch off the side, and I'd get a ladder, and I'd put a board up there on that branch, and I got bored on that board. So I imagined what kind of treehouse I would have. And so I painted it, and it's in that picture that Matt's holding up right now. It's in that book. It has a bunch of animals in it. But when I go into schools, I teach about friendship and empathy. And for this song, it was my friend my friend had a treehouse, and I'd go stay at his house, and we'd stay up really late and get really dark. And I was scared of the dark when I was a kid, and I always ask, anybody else afraid of the dark? Few of the people brave enough to stand up or put their hands up. And I said, well, my friend, he'd be fast asleep after all these scary stories. He'd be snoring, and I'd be scared. I couldn't go to sleep, so I'd nudge him in the ribs. I'd come up with an excuse like why I might be needing to go inside. So I'd nudge him in the ribs, and he'd wake up. And I said, what? And I was like, can we go inside? It's kind of cold. It was like August. It's not cold. And you could tell he was thinking about it. Like he's going, do I make fun of him right now? He's scared. And he didn't. He didn't tell our friends, didn't tell anybody I was scared of the dark. That's a good friend, right, kids? Yeah. We take care of our friends when they're scared of something. And that's what I teach in those kids' workshops and in bars all across the land. It's easy to sing along to. It goes like this. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I say it again. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. One more time. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? All right. It'll hold 9 dogs, 33 cats, 55 bullfrogs, 27 bats, 95 butterflies be flying through the air. Maybe just one grizzly bear. Thank you guys for coming. Love you. Okay, good. Everybody. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. That's what I like. Won't you come play with me? Mom says it's alright, maybe you could stay the night. I'll bring my sleeping bags, I'll zip it up real tight. We'll stay up really late, telling tales about ghosts. Those are the tales we like the most. Here we go, wow, come on. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? One of us gets scared, we'll both go inside. We won't have to be embarrassed at each other's side. 'Cause you are the best friend that any friend can find. I've got your back and you got mine. One last time. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? If I bring the tie-dye walls and the posters too, and 3 dancing bears, oh baby, I'm with you. 'Cause this is Byron's tree house right here in Pomeroy, Iowa. I want you to come play with us in a 3-way. I wrote it. That was the original version. I just lost all my kid gigs. Shoot! Don't put that out there. No. Any requests? Blue Bonnets, got you, yes. What was it? I don't even know what that means. No. If you happen to walk by the river this spring, where the current runs quick as the deer, you can look by the oak trees where the whippoorwill sings, but bluebonnets don't grow around here. You were always one to believe in miracles and dreams, the promise of our golden years. And I don't know if you kept on with your faith, but it seems blue bonnets don't grow around here. We got the old morning glories, the baby blue eyes, the prairie clovers just over the road. But your favorite and the fairest of all the flowers that blow, try as they may, they just don't grow. it's only a matter of time till the spring turns to summer and turns over another year, until that ground's once again covered in white. We will sing that blue bonnets don't grow around here. We got the old morning glories and baby blue eyes, the wild indigo's just starting to show. But your favorite and the fairest of all the flowers that blow, try as they may, they just don't grow. We got the willow blue stars, forget-me-nots too, the Quaker ladies, they're blooming all around. But your favorite and the fairest never come up from the ground. I've looked hard, but they cannot be found. So if you happen to walk by the river this spring, where the current runs quick as the deer, you can look by the oak trees where the whippoorwill sings, but blue bonnets don't grow around here. No, blue bonnets don't grow around here. Thanks for asking that. I just realized Faith was in that song too. Don't know if you kept on Faith. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yes. Oh, man. I think I can get through this. Jim, the last record we played on together, it was a self-produced one. And it's not on print or anything, but it is online if you're interested in hearing it. Jim just played a little bit on it because it was just this home production thing. But he was so supportive of that album because it was kind of the most heartfelt one I put out in a while. This song kind of came out of nowhere when I was writing it. When I was recording it, I set up all the recording gear at my mom's house when she left the country. So I knew she was going to be gone for 2 weeks, and I was like, setting all my gear up in this house. It was before I had a studio. So this is one that came at me, and that was like early morning. I had coffee, and I had all my gear set up, and I just wrote this song, kind of poured out, and I had the gear recording. I was like, I'll just record it as I wrote it, and that's what you hear on the record. So it's been a while since I played it, though. So I'm gonna think of Jim on this one. We're all born crying into the cradle. We cry till the day we go to the grave. There's no use trying to go through the world with an unbroken heart or untested wings. Sometimes to fly we need to fall from up on high, from up on high. Oh, sometimes to run we need to crawl for many a mile, many a mile. When I'm with you, all of life's pain, all of life's troubles all fall away. When I'm alone, when I am blue, that's when the troubles come for their dues. Oh, sometimes to fly we need to fall from up on high, from up on high. Oh, sometimes to run we need to crying into the cradle. We cry till the day we go to the grave. There's no use trying to go through the world with an unbroken heart or untested wings. Thank you. St. James is so close to St. James. I went down to the Delta. That's how close it is right there. I went down to the Delta just so I could save my soul. Made it over to the east side. I fought the fight in Jericho. Mama told me, son, you ought to quit your rambling. But I've been everywhere, Mama, where I should have been. So I went up the mountain, saw the ocean blue. I've been talking to your people, and I probably should have talked to you. I've been way up through the promised land, down through hell and back again. I've been everywhere, Mama, where I should have been. Oh, they say the rambling man is like a rolling stone. They say the rambling man never find a home. But I say that the home fires burn hot deep within. So I've been everywhere where I should have been. In an Arizona desert, I lost all decency. I was up in that Utah salt when I found my frequency. And the question begs the answer, what's around that next bend? So I've been everywhere where I should have been. Ooh, and I tramped around the desert. Oh man, I missed that click-clack that Jim used to. I went through, tramped through the forest, forded that wild river too. I was on the paths of switchgrass. I'm messing up. Let's see how it's going. So I tramped around the forest. I forded that wild stream, blazed a path through the switchgrass just to find me another scene. I'm almost there, my cross these lips, and I know I never settle in. So I've been everywhere where I should have been. Oh, they say the rambling man is like a rolling stone. They say the rambling man never find a home. But I say that the home fires burn hot deep within. So I've been everywhere where I should have been. Oh, I've been everywhere, man, where I should have been. All right. Thanks for asking for that one. Bible Belt Saturday night. I got you. Yeah. This is the first first time I ever had to make a radio-friendly version of my folk songs. I used a couple swear words in it. But this is about growing up in a conservative little town with a feminist fur mom and a hippie art teacher. Taught me about folk music and Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie and Martin Luther King Jr. And when I was visiting a friend in California, he said, you should write a song about Scoop and Loop going up and down Main Street. And I said, I'm never writing that song. Then I went to the hotel and I wrote that song. I thought about it. I thought, you know what? If I don't say my version of it, then somebody else is going to write a worse version of it. So this is called Bible Belt Saturday Night. I was blessed with teachers that helped me think outside the box as well as just forget the box entirely. Yeah. Well, take it easy on the throttle, it'll kick your ass. Broken pop bottles and Coca-Cola glass. Down by the station where your uncle worked was the only car wash in town. Where all the towny boys on their Saturday nights with their rolled up sleeves fixing for a fight or a roll in the back of a deviled out detailed 74 Monte Carlo, man. They were singing, oh baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Belt Saturday night. And Jerry, he was a farm kid wound up tight with a peach fuzz stash. He couldn't talk right. He stuttered, he spit every time he talked to any pretty girl he saw. Oh, but Jenny had a way with him, calmed his nerves. She cooled him down, he took it slower on the curves. And everyone said Jenny could have done better, but Jenny said she disagreed. Oh, and Jim would pull a souped up truck by the cars. He'd crank up the stereo, I think it was Fishing in the Dark. I never saw the county boys dance like that. It echoed all across the town, they were singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Belt Saturday night. Oh. I was a sensitive kid, had to keep a lot hidden. I shoved it all down neath an airtight lid. I kept my universal mind from the brutal kinds of the racists and the homophobes. Oh, 'cause that's where we grow them in the undisturbed middle of America, where not a word is to be spoken against the stars, the stripes, convoluted rebel flags. They're all singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Belt Saturday night. And some red-headed teacher from further east, a teacher of art and music, a real prairie hippie, preaching MLK, Bob Dylan, and Woody Guthrie, man. She set that shit down on fire. I took it as an omen. I learned to fly, and I didn't look back until I was so high, looking down on the town where I grew up, saying, hey, look at that pretty string of lights. They're all singing, oh, baby, got a love machine, scooping that loop on American Dream. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Belt Saturday night. Oh, maybe the best I ever saw was a Bible Belt Saturday night. switch guitars and do one more song and then another drawing, yeah? Everyone doing okay? Okay, all right. Do this one here. When the clouds keep rolling by and by, I keep asking, why, oh, why can't you be headed my way? Why can't you be headed my way? Lord, I'm never gonna stray. You're headed my way. No, I'm never gonna ramble. If you're headed my way. The clouds keep rolling by and by. I keep asking, why can't you be headed my way? Why can't you be headed my way? Lord, I'm never gonna stray. You're headed my way. I break my back just to break that soil. Lord, I turn in. Lord, I toil. Why can't you be headed my way? Why can't you be headed my way? Lord, I'm never gonna stray. You're headed my way. My darling left just the other night. Boy, I put up quite an awful fight. Boy, I was crying. Why can't you just be headed my way? He had my way. Hey, Lord, I'm never gonna stray. You're heading my way. I'm never gonna ramble if you're heading my way. Hey, we'll take a little break here.